Coach, we're just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Go. Kill. Check 99. Check 99.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
From the 27, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Here we go. He's coming. 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 49, guys. Mike. Look. Squeeze. Check 3. Get it.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf. Watch the run. Fire.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
30 base.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, check, check. Quick dance. Go, go.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky.
Roll out.
Check, 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 check.
Let go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 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 check. Rush in.
Hard, hard.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check 9, check 9.
X3, 218, chopper.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Big grip, big grip.
Nixon will try the right side. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch
Five.
Now on 2nd and 16. Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Push him back.
2nd and 6. He finds his running back, Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Go!
They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Shift.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Tackles.
Half.
Check 37.
Half 85. What's that?
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times at any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike's 50. Here we go.
Yep.
Kill.
Get it.
2nd and 11. Going deep downfield for Ross. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line.
Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
22-jet bomber. Big grip.
Here's Grant. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 7th play in this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Bullock's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
They will run with Singletary, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He is racking the sacks up. Charles, 5 last week, now 2 here.
I don't care what they've done in scheme. It's not working. You know, you can do it all day long, all night long. They did it all week, and it hasn't worked. And, in fact, on that last sack, I thought I saw him drop a Pro Bowl ballot at the feet of the quarterback and say, here's a pin right in my name.
He keeps playing like this. He'll be dropping those ballots from a plane above the city. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
52. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, wahoo!
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. We go. Yeah, I'm coming. Mike 54.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. First down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Hey, lock it.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Now.
You got tight. You got tight right there. 36, 36. Joker, joker.
On first down, Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46.
General West. Hey, orbit. Let go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to walk one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes our score 17-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Watch twist, watch twist.
Regular, 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 regular. Regular, 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 regular. Go.
And here's Allen throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
I'm going back to you.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jordan Evans, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Break. Go on. Yeah. Take four. Yeah.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Levi Ball is brought him down. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Stick, look at me. Go.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Check it backer.
Back to Mixon on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. And Bullock will put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
36 yards on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Here's Allen to throw it toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Allen on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, it's Grant, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. They go back to Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And able to find Green. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they run with Mixon. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like
felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
It's complete to Diggs. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen, and Diggs has it. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, exit.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Cincinnati, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.